for today, Mr. Nitin Pandey, as renowned personality in the field of cybersecurity. Mr. Pandey is currently serving as a security researcher at the prestigious Cyber Peace Foundation, a globally recognized non-profit organization dedicated to building resilience against cyber attacks and crimes. With over 1.5 decades of rich experience, he is an expert in ethical hacking, information security, cybercrime investigations, and many other critical areas of cybersecurity. He has been a trusted advisor and trainer to numerous national and international law enforcement agencies, including the UP Police, CBI, and even intelligence units in Russia and Sri Lanka. His contribution to countering cyber threats, financial frauds, social media crimes, and ensuring child and women's safety is commendable. Mr. Pandey has delivered over 2,000 talks and training sessions, reaching and enlightening more than 3 lakh individuals, including students, corporate professionals, and government officials. Recognized for his contributions, he has received many awards from tech chains like Google, Microsoft, and Intel, and he has listed in their Hall of Fame for identifying securities. Today, we are fortunate to have him share his insights and expertise with us. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Nitin Pandey. Sir, we are thrilled to have here and eagerly look forward to our session. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction. And it's really an honor to be here today. And first of all, I would like to apologize to all of you for, because of me, you have to wait. But it was not my mistake. I think there was some technical, or you can say technical issues, or whatever it was. The pilot was continuously around and round. He was, and he said that because of bad weather and fog, I'm unable to land the plane. So because of that, I think it took around 4 hours delay. So that's why I came here. I was supposed to be here at 7 a.m. but I reached around 10:30. So in a hurry, I just took a bath and came here. So it's really again an honor to be here. So as you all know, during these 2 days, we will be covering our 10 hours master training. But as per my conversation with Sir, because theoretical things, or you can say the topics which only cover theoretical slides, PPTs, etc., which doesn't have any hands-on practical. It sometimes it makes us bored. So sometimes we feel sleepy, sometimes we even sleep. So that's why I directly go to the main part of the 10 hours master training, which is debunking deepfake, combating against deepfake, detecting AI generated content, whether it is an image or any video, text, whatever it is. So we will talk about these things. And for tomorrow's session, because basically I am a law enforcement trainer of Cyber Peace Foundation, and I am doing the law enforcement training, you can say, for over 8 to 10 years. So I will give you some options. So which option you prefer, I will deliver another. I think you will love that session because it will be completely different from this one. Whether you choose digital forensics or open source intelligence, and like from a cropped image, how we can, using the open source technique, how we can gather even the passport number of an individual. So there are so many techniques, intelligence, context, you can say, which we can apply and which resulting into a great result, or you can say a great research. So today let's start with our segment 3, which is did you get any registration form where you had to fill your details, like because it's for your certificate from Cyber Peace and along with Google support project, as you can see inside as well. So this is the main segment. Why I am skipping segment 1 and 2 is very common, because we know about fake news, misinformation. If you don't know what is misinformation is something like, we are making a fake news of any fake content, and we are sending it to somebody, and that person is assuming that it's true. And you can say some kind of content which could misguide any individual group or community. If you talk about disinformation is like if we are targeting any individual and we have bad intention to harm. Like, for example, if somebody has bad intention to harm myself, so he or she can make so many things against me to make a negative narrative in society. And if you talk about malinformation is like when we talk about malware. So malware has become, I think all of you are aware of malicious software. So the mal means malicious, and malicious information, and information which is malicious, which could be, you can say, so much harmful for even countries, nations. Like if we say COVID-19 didn't come from China, it came from any other country. So something like that. Like defaming the country's dignity, or any big leader like Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh or Prime Minister of India's name. So something like that. You understand Hindi thoda? Okay. So next please, sir. Next, sir, next. So this is the table of contents which we will talk about today, because this segment is of, you can say, 6 hours. It takes 6 hours because it is completely a practical, hands-on. I think you all have internet access, right? So whatever I will do, you can also try it out. So that's why I have chosen that instead of going with segment 1 and 2, directly we should go with segment 3. And if you want to learn segment 1, 2, I will tell you the process. It's very simple. So these are some table of content, like how responsible we should, make content, like content creation. Nowadays, everybody is making content. Whether we talk about content on Instagram, Snapchat, or anywhere. So something like that. And sometimes, on the name of freedom of expression or freedom of speech, sometimes even the youth violate, they misuse, you can say, they don't violate, they misuse this right of freedom of expression, or we can say freedom of speech. So we will talk about this as well. And some verification and fact checking techniques. Next, sir. Then combating deepfake and AI-generated misinformation campaign, like how, how criminals, we will try to understand the, you can say, the concept, how criminals make these AI-generated deepfake videos, images, or anything. And after that, some basic internet research, like I think, do you know about Google Docs? Google Docs, how to utilize Google Docs, or we also call it Google operators. Google Docs, Google operators, or you can say search strategies. And after that, the redressal system. What are the government of India has provided what kind of facilities, like 1930. And because, as I told earlier, that I deal with law enforcement agencies. So sometimes when I train the police departments, they even don't know about 1930, you can say. Sometimes, I'm not talking about all the cyber cops. Sometimes I personally have experienced that the cyber cops, they don't know what is 1930. So, what is cybercrime portal, national cybercrime portal, I mean. So, these things. So starting with first is introduction to responsible content creation. So throwing light on cyber ethics. I think you all are aware of cyber ethics. What are normally we call we are ethical hackers. They are unethical hackers. So what if we have to describe what is ethics? So it's very simple. Like some set moral standards of right and wrong. We have to choose the right path. If we have chosen the right path, we can call that we are doing something which is ethical. And if we are choosing the wrong path, obviously it's unethical. So, and if we talk about how relevant is it in the cyber world, so obviously guide users on responsible use of technology. So because we all are techies, even a 6 months old baby is also a techie. If you will observe, if you will notice at your home, even 5-6 month old kids, if you won't give them the phones with some YouTube, cartoon videos and all, they will throw the bottles away. They won't drink milk with the bottle. It's like a blackmailing. Show me the cartoon, only then I will drink the milk. So, if you talk about a 6 months old kid to a person who is 80 years old, so we all somehow we all are using technology. So, this is very important that we should use technology in a positive manner. So, there is a question. The third one is actually a question. First, I didn't think to ask like, can you tell me what is cyber ethics? So, but in third question, I would like to interact with some of you. Like if you notice in older days, kings used to cut off the hands of the thieves as a punishment, and it was accepted by the law of even if we talk about current time, in so many countries, like for example, I think in Saudi Arabia and some more countries, many more, these practices are still happening. So, can we call it ethical? Because this was an accepted practice and allowed by law. And still, as I said, in many countries, still such kind of punishments are being, given. So, can we call it ethical? Sorry? Yes or no? You have two options. Yes? Can you please explain how yes? For example, let's imagine government of India implement this act in this law in our country. So what I do, if I have some grudges against anyone, I can directly say that person, he took my pen drive from my laptop bag, and the next day, the government will, according to the who will cut the hand or what depends on the the scenario or the hierarchy, you can say, the government will make. So, in the name of law, don't you think that it can be misused? Right? So, there are so many, if you seriously think about these things, there are so many things like, if we talk about like crimes which are related to some serious crimes like rape and etc. So these kind of punishments are completely acceptable and it should be allowed. I also agree with you. If the victim, whatever the victim has said, if things, the evidences get matched with the culprit, he should get punished. I also agree with this point. But if you talk about the thieves, I think, if I have grudges, I have some problem with anyone, so I'll definitely, what I'll do, I'll just blame that this person took my phone, took my, he kept my pen drive or anything. I'll put it inside his laptop or bag or anywhere. There are so many, because I think you all are very young, so you can understand, know how to bypass, how to do it. So if I ask you, to put your this ID card in his bag, you will do it and he won't even, he won't come to know that you have your ID card inside his bag. There are so many tricks and tactics. So, what are the consequences of unethical behavior? Like if we are behaving unethically, what can go wrong? There are so many things. Misinterpretation of verbal content like wrong choice of words, defamation. Somebody can, file a case. For example, young man, where are you? Give an example of yours, right? What's your name?
K.B.N, sir. K.B.N.
Unethical behavior on the internet. So maybe, for example, please. So, for example, Basha made a, meme of mine. Just taking an example, don't make a meme. So, I can file a complaint or case against you of defamation, so many things. So these things are, we can say, like fake content, brainwashing, scams, cyberbullying. I think these crimes you guys are already aware of what is cybercrime or cyberbullying and brainwashing and all. Ethics in content production. So these are like some, you can say, digital user oath. When we give this master training to the audience, so we ask them to take some, oath. Like normally we take some oath whenever we visit temples, mosques, churches. So we take some oath. So similarly, like the first one is I will stop. If somebody is sending you something on any social media platform, for example on WhatsApp, I will stop. I will think first and very important point. I will think, and then I will act when online. Like I will not if we if after thinking if we came to know that no, this information is misleading, let's troll that person. So instead of that, we will act normally, like in a positive manner. I will verify and cross-check the content which has been shared. We can ask that, can you please provide me the source from which you are saying that. For example, somebody sent you a post which claims that taking ginger after every day in the morning after waking up, just take a whole ginger and start eating it, and it will even cure cancer and all kinds of diseases. So sometimes people believe that these things could happen, and I don't know about your generation, but in my generation, people were like, they were sending messages like Jai Mata Di. Send it to 10 or 20 or 50. Send it to 50%. Else something bad will happen with you today. So something like that. So sometimes some of us get said, oh my God, if I won't send Jai Mata Di to this message to 50 contacts of mine, so something bad will happen with me today. So what I will do, I'll send it to 50, and then some of them will even block me. What an idiot guy! He is forwarding an unnecessary message because that person will also receive the same thing. Send it to 50 persons. So something like that. So I will verify and cross-check the content. I will ask that please share the source about your claim or whatever you have shared. I will not lie. For example, if we came to know that it's a content which has been created for fun activities, or as I said, it's just a fake news, misinformation, disinformation. So I will not lie. I will overstate, which means I will not add, so many things. Sometimes what we do, somebody send me taking ginger after waking up will cure all my diseases, all the diseases. I will add ginger with honey, with warm water. So it's like I'm adding some more masala. In Hindi we use this term masala. to the content, whatever the person has sent to us. And what I will do, I will send it to 50 or whatever number of person I want to. The seventh one is I will or share a fake, which means I will not share if anything is fake. Instead of sharing, the best thing is to ask that person, why are you doing it? It's completely fake, it's a false information. Please do not do it. Because it could trouble, it could trouble a person. Just imagine if somebody is really suffering from cancer. Maybe he or she is in his or her third stage. So he will stop taking chemotherapy and all. He will start eating ginger in the morning. It could, take his life. And maybe with the help of chemotherapy, he could recover. So these are some digital user roles. So if you talk about balancing freedom of expression, this is very controversial topic. But sometimes we have to, we need to talk about these things like balancing freedom of expression with responsibility. Like, without taking the name of the university, but I think you guys are aware of the university based in New Delhi, where some kind of anti-national slogans had been used. So, and when they got arrested, they said that we just used our constitutional right of freedom of expression or freedom of speech. So, if you talk about the right balance between one's right to freedom of expression, responsible digital and behavior is equal to a healthy and productive digital society. So obviously, if we are doing everything in a positive way, so somehow we are giving a healthy and productive society, digital society, you can say. And just vice versa, if you are doing something which could be, like the balance between freedom of expression and responsibility may need adjustments based on involving societal norms, technological advancements. Technology, if you talk about technology, every day, I can say every minute something is something is being created, something is being changed. Right now we are talking about these things. Maybe Microsoft, Apple, these companies are they are making their 18.3 RC version, and what are the bugs which they need to fix. They are working on these things. Criminals are thinking about new kind of attacks. How, like, okay, now citizens are smart enough. They understand that asking OTP, they won't share OTP. Let's find out any alternate, any other. I always say that criminals are they are very innovative. Never underestimate any cyber criminal, or not just cyber criminal, any criminal, I would say. If you see there is a web series called Jamtara. Actually, Jamtara is a place in Jharkhand. So, if you see the web series, you will understand, how these, even most of them are uneducated. They don't even know how to write, how to speak. Still they call, sir, I'm talking Hindi. For example, they are using English. Sir, I am talking from your bank. Now, before that, they were talking like, sir, I am talking from your bank. sir, please tell me OTP. You will, the way he's talking, it's very, very awkward. Now they are smart. They understood that people, the way we communicate and all. Now they call and, sir, hello sir, I'm calling from your bank, sir. You can, I need to verify or update your KYC. Can you please do it? So if we are smart enough, I'll ask, how do I trust that you are calling from my bank? Sir, for verification purpose, can I ask some questions to you? I'll say, yeah, definitely, sure. Sir, your name is this, your father's name is this, am I right? I'll ask, yes. Your date of birth is this, your address is this, your Aadhaar number is this. Oh, if a criminal has my Aadhaar number, my father's name, my address, everything, so maybe there are high chances I believe that the person is a genuine person, and I will share my credentials with him with a smiling face that now after KYC my credit card or my my debit card or my bank account will get upgrading premium customer. I will become a premium customer. So with a smiling face, I will share whatever he will ask for, and within few minutes, all money, if he has asked to share any installment like any risk and all, so he will, as you know, he will get the control of our whole system, whether it is phone or our computer systems. Or if he has asked for a you can say a particular amount of money, like 25,000 rupees. So once we share the OTP, 25,000 rupees will go away. So yeah, technological advancement, I went in the depth of technology. So there are so much to talk about technology and all, because it has, you can say it has become my habit to talk about cybercrimes. Why? Because I have to train the law enforcement agencies, sometimes intelligence agencies as well about cybercrimes, what are the emerging cyber threats, how to combat against them, what are the things we can do. And if you talk about my organization, Cyber Peace Foundation, even our founder and global president, Major Vinit Kumar, he is also, he comes from, army background, he's major. So that's why we are too much involved in law enforcement and military and so on. And the last one, cultural changes. So the next question is, that brings us to our next question, which is, how do we achieve this balance, like freedom of expression or speech? So first thing, mind our actions, like what we say. Like right now I am talking about Google's 10-hour master training session. So instead of talking about this master training, I start talking about, have you watched? I start asking, have you watched Squid Game season 2? How was it? Did you get the conclusion? I didn't get the conclusion. What about Puspa 2? On OTT, there is 15 minutes extra, something. So many, there are so many events. You have watched, it means. So they have, revealed so many things in the 15 minutes. So it's something like that. So it's like you can say very unprofessional kind of behavior, because I am supposed to present the master training session, not talk about movies and web series. How we act, like if I'm talking to any of you in a respectful manner. So obviously you will also give me answer in respectful manner. If I'll talk rudely, I shouldn't expect the answer in the proper manner, you can say. So these are some things like how what we say, how we act, and how we respond to online content. This is the main thing. How you act to online content. Whatever you see online, how you act on it. So that's all about mind your actions. The second thing is empathy. We all know about sympathy, empathy. I think you all are aware of. Sympathy is like, you ask me, sir, how was your flight? I said that it was really, it was too much messy, and because I had to stay awake all night, I didn't sleep last night, and my Hyderabad to Telangana flight was also due to some weather, climate changes or what. The 1 hour journey became a 4 hour journey, a 4.5 hour journey, and after that I just took up a bath and came here and had a very tasty tea, and then started giving the session. But if you will understand it in a deeper way, like if a person traveling from Lucknow to Vijayawada, and he didn't sleep, and he was continuously awake. He's like right now really I'm on my feet because of the painkiller, because my whole body was paining so badly. So that's why sleep is very important, and especially because you guys are very young. Please make a habit of at least sleep for 6 hours. 8 hours is best, but 6 hours you should try, to make a habit of 6 hours sleep. So this is sympathy, empathy, we can say. Practice digital etiquettes. Digital etiquettes, if we talk about like be good, do good, always जैसे हम बोलते हैं हिंदी में अच्छा करो अच्छा मिलेगा, बिल्कुल बहुत सही आपने बोला। अच्छा करोगे तो अच्छा मिलेगा, बुरा करोगे तो बुरा मिलेगा। तो अच्छे बनो, अच्छा करो, अच्छा मिलेगा सबने में। तो be good, do good, and avoid everything that looks suspicious, negative, or harmful. Now suspicious, this particular term, this term is changing the slide. Yeah, this particular term, suspicious. There are so many examples of suspicious. It could be, So we can say that it could be a phishing site or link somebody has shared with us. So maybe somebody has shared a phishing link with us, or any link with the spyware, malware, so many things, rat, remote access, etc. Negative or harmful. And last is be respectful. So we all know respect is a two-way street. If I will give respect to your Masha, if Masha, sorry, Masha will be a character, I just wrote Masha and the pair. So if you talk about if I will give respect to Basha, right? If I will give respect to Basha, so obviously he will give respect in return. If I disrespect him, maybe right now he won't respond, but under he will meet me alone. I'll show you who is Basha. So we should, if we have done something wrong, so obviously we should apologize. Call out hate speech. Hate speech has become a trend, especially in our country. Like hate speech against any political figure, any religion. So we should always stay away from these things, because these things somehow are very dangerous, you can say, for the society. So hate speech. So the best thing is stop its spread right at distance. जहाँ शुरू वहीं पे खत्म कर. So जैसे कोविड है, what we started doing, we all started using masks, so that the virus doesn't come inside us and affect our body. So stop its spread right at the start. Know your redressal mechanisms. You should always know your redressal mechanisms, like the helpline number of any financial crime or cyber crime 1930, the website of cybercrime, cybercrime.gov.in. Women, anybody know women helpline number? Yes. Let me tell you, 181. 181 is women helpline. For example, if any domestic violence or something like that is happening, in that scenario, we should know these numbers, because these numbers are very important. After that, cyber security, obviously cyber security. So keep yourself up to date and secure, obviously secure. If I will give Basha a pen drive, and Basha, without thinking one, he will insert the pen drive in his system. Maybe it has a ransomware. Once he insert the pen drive, and you all know, I think, what will happen. All his files will get encrypted, and he won't be able to decrypt or open any file. So either I could play the ransom thing, like I could ask that Basha pay me 10 bitcoins, or maybe I can give him the decryption key later on. So it is very important to stay updated and secure, to tomorrow we will talk about. I'll ask today I'll ask which topic you will prefer, so that tomorrow we can talk. And last thing is ethical use of artificial intelligence and technology, because I always believe that what the great scientist late Stephen Hawking, he had said, before I think at that time developers were working on artificial intelligence, AI, and he said that AI is artificial intelligence is going to be destructive for human race. And somehow, I too believe that whatever he said at that time is completely true. Because, nowadays we are seeing everywhere we are seeing how criminals, or we can call anybody, normally netizens are misusing, you can say, this technology, AI. There is an activity at the end of this section. You wrote, very sarcastic or satiric type of content. For example, I wrote a sarcastic content on my Facebook page, and somebody, for example, Basha, believed that it is true. And he answered rudely, because if you see again, it's sarcastic, which means something which could hurt, the sentiment of any person, any age group, anyone. So, but Basa believed that that it's true, and he answered very rudely. Upon confrontation, the person, which means I, replied, when I asked, Masa said that he has the freedom of speech, and he used his freedom of his speech, and that's why he answered rudely to my question. So there are 4 options, like I have 4 options. So I would like to ask, which option would you prefer if you are, in case you are the subject, in place of mine? Like, leave it, you cannot change everyone. Second, before uploading, mention clearly it's satirical, means sarcastic, and does not purport to be the truth. Third one, compare to the platform. And last one is troll Basha. ABCD, you can answer ABCD of 1, 2, 3, 4. B. True. Before uploading, we should clearly mention that whenever we see, have you ever noticed, whenever we see any movie, before starting, we see a disclaimer that this movie is a fictional or whatever, and doesn't mean to harm any person, any individual, community, religion, or blah blah blah. It is in case it is similar to any person or any person's life. It's just a coincidence. So that's why, like, there is a web series, very popular web series named Panchayat. Any one of you have watched the Panchayat web series? No one? Actually, in the web series, there is a person called Vinod, not Vinod, Vinod. So the way his friend, used to, like is trying to troll somebody. So he will say, "Dekh raha hai Vinod?" Like, are you seeing Vinod? What Satyuji is doing? Satyuji is favoring the I don't know what it is called in English. The Pradhan. Pradhan is the chief of any village. The chief person, elected person, you can say, of any village. Now coming to the verification and fact checking techniques. So, do we need to check? If the content is true? Obviously, we need to check because in this digital era, there are so many problems are happening like misinformation. And if you talk about misinformation, so misinformation is simply a threat. It's a threat because it affects our perceptions and beliefs. Like I had already given an example of misinformation. Like take ginger in the morning. It could change somebody's perception or beliefs, and they started believing that yes, taking ginger could cure my cancer, diabetes, or anything. So that's why it's essential to know the risks and actively verify online information. So there are some fact-checking websites. There are dozens of fact-checking websites. Few examples I have mentioned here, like factcheck.org, Snopes, StopFake. There are many more. But these websites which are written in slide, in PPT, you will see that these fact-checking websites are based in United States. So there are very less chances that you will get any information you are looking for. For example, let me show you. Now the practical things are when we start. Sir, can you please tell me when practical things will come? How will I do both? US. So there are so many websites if you talk about fact-checking websites, there are so many. But if you will try to find out any case or any fact which is based in India, for example, you all are aware of the actress Rashmika Mandana, right? As you can I search India, it will show some fact checks of India which is related to India. You can say here you can see there are some like Harris has always identified as Indian, American and black. And when you will check the go to the blog and read it, you will come to know that it's a mixed opinion. Like people believe that, and somehow her roots are from India, but there is no any claim by Harris who lost the U.S. elections. So when I search India, so these results came. Similarly, if I am trying to find out any websites. So what are the best ways to check the facts and all? We will talk about post lunch. So I think you guys are hungry, right? From 1 to, I think if I'm not wrong, from 1 to 2 p.m. After an hour, we will meet and let's